Oh, wow. Thank you. All right. Welcome to another Tuesday of English, 8:15 in the morning. Today is 8th of June. And first of all, we're going to mention that we have published the material from this unit, which is this one. The books in digital have been, they are ready. No, I don't want to program them. For today, please. Well, I can't do it for tomorrow. Dude, I'm terrible. Okay, so new book is going to be ready for tomorrow, the digital book, so you can have it in PDF. I was sure I did it for you today, but it's going to be for tomorrow. Well, anyways, it's going to be open up there. So this will be able, there will be, you guys will be able to download it and use it as PDF, print it as you want. This is the book for this unit. Now, coming back from yesterday, I'm going to open today's class. Okay, class number 2 today is breaking the mold. Breaking the mold. If we are talking about people, if we're talking about stereotypes, if we're talking about gender the other day, um, today's class is mainly focused on fictional characters. Okay, characters in movies, characters in books. So breaking the mold is an expression when we have a character, when we have a person, in this case, this class of characters, that do something differently. Okay, they do something in a way that is new, in a way that is so-called revolutionary, and that's how we call breaking the mold. In this case, I have here some characters that I found from movies that I could remember. Maybe you may remember way more that somehow broke the mold, right? Broke the mold. One of them obviously is more recent, but we have here Katniss Everdeen. Do you know this character, people? Have you seen the movies or read the book? I don't know. ¿Puedo salir algo ahí, por favor, algo? ¿No? Yeah, have you seen the films? Here, sorry. Sorry. This one. I'm gonna go back. Just to go back again. This one. That's today's class. Breaking the mold. Okay. Have you read the books? Have you seen the movies? Where Katniss Everdeen is? Anyone
Sí,
from the
profe,
class?
la película.
Okay, the movies. Okay. So what do you think she her character, right? We're not talking about the actors. The character breaks the mold. Why does she break the mold? Fran.
Porque hace como una revolución contra su gobierno.
Hmm. Yeah, she's a revolutionary, right? And she leads people. And in this case, it's a strong female character, right? Easy story. It could have been a boy. It could have been a man. It could have been one of the friends, for example. But no, it was her, Katniss Everdeen. Now, have you seen the movie on the right? This one. Have you ever seen the movie on the right? Let me. I know that. There you are. Have you seen this movie over here? Anyone? Yes? No? Maybe not. Have you ever seen that movie? No, definitely. Oh, okay. Well, that one is called Zoolander. In Zoolander, it's I can't remember the name of the character, but it was last name Zoolander. But since he was a little boy, he liked fashion, and one of her wishes was to become a male model, right? And he becomes, I think, in the movie, is the first male model, super popular and everything. So he breaks the mold because in a world of fashion, where in the movie, obviously, uh, females, women lead the industry, he became one of the most prestige fashion models uh, in history in the movie. Of course, it's a comedy, but I think it's a really interesting way to see some stuff. Okay, what about the next one? What about this one? Have you seen that movie? Do you know anything about it? One, two, three people. Come on, we're seven. We're seven people in the class. Have you seen Billy Elliot?
No, profe.
No? Oh, okay. So I think we have to watch this one. It's really cool. Um, Basically, a boy who loves dancing, and he faces all types of problems uh, pursuing his passion. In this case, it's a revolutionary act because mainly his family is against the idea of him dancing, and in this case, the thing is that we kind of empathize with the character during the whole process of becoming a dancer, especially that in his academy there are only girls and he's the only one interested. And finally, another revolutionary character is the one in Monster, right? The one in Monster. Charlize Theron made a super excellent impression of this serial killer. I think it's quite revolutionary. First of all, because in the character way, it's an evil character. Okay, it's an evil character. We expect and we think, okay, and what literature says and what society says is that women are good. Women love their children. Women love their family, etc., etc. But in this case, we are presented to a totally different story. It's a woman capable of destroying everything. And I love this characterization of the actress, Charlize Theron, uh, in which she looks um, really different from her reality, from from a view as a character. So, having spoken about those two, I think it's a good idea now to go back to the first page of the book. Here I am. Okay, good. So here we have some pictures and we can see some people doing stuff. Okay. Fufa, can you tell me what can you see in the pictures? Let's go with the picture one, please. For English, this one.
Un hombre planchando.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know how to say planchar in English?
No.
Not really? Okay. Okay, so let's open this up. Okay, does anyone know how to say planchar in English? Okay, so what we see here is a man ironing. Okay, or sometimes to do the ironing or to iron, bah, to iron. Okay, that's it, ironing. Mm-hmm. Daphne, what about the next picture?
Una mujer saltando de un avión.
Okay, can we say in English? We see here
And a woman jump for a plane.
yeah, so we see a woman jumping off a plane. Yes, woman jumping off a plane. And Basti, what about the latest? The one on the right?
Rugby?
Okay, so yeah, but what do you see, like in particular, in detail?
Um, ¿Están sucias?
Okay, but let's start with a general idea. Okay, yeah, it's rugby, but
Ah,
what are they?
no sé, profe.
Mm, are they girls, women, boys, girls, adults? So some women playing rugby. Mm-hmm. And they are dirty. Yeah, that's true. Because of playing. Question now is why do this picture call your attention? Or call the attention? ¿Por qué llama la atención? Okay, let's have a look. Javi Jr., have you got a microphone?
Sí, profe.
Okay, what about the first one? Why this one calls the attention? What about this one? Why is it?
No sé.
Okay, what about the next picture? Why this picture is unusual?
O sea, no es como normal que todos los días uno se tire de un paracaídas.
I agree, yeah.
Entonces, eso sería como...
The unusual thing. Okay, Javi, in this one?
No sé, o sea, es que igual sería como un comentario como machista, se puede decir.
¿En qué sentido?
Porque uno podría decir, son mujeres jugando rugby.
Y eso es...
Y en el primero sería un
Ajá.
hombre planchando, que se puede decir que es como raro, pero no es raro.
Estadísticamente debe ser no tan común, de cierta forma.
Ah, sí, pues estadísticamente sí.
Claro, no tan común. Por ejemplo, si te dicen rugby, vamos a jugar rugby. O dice la palabra rugby. Lo que usualmente viene a la mente es que juegan mujeres, que juegan hombres.
O sea, generalmente juegan hombres.
Claro, ahora que esté bien y que esté mal, esa es otra cosa, po. Pero como lo que ocurre actualmente, el hecho de, ahora, todos pueden jugar rugby, da lo mismo. Está súper bien. De hecho, ahora claro, parece que la publicidad, parece que va por ahí, la publicidad es menor y la difusión es menor. En este caso, cuando es, por ejemplo, rugby femenino. Al igual que ahora están saliendo partidos de fútbol en la tele de femenino, ¿no?
Sí.
Sí, pues, están saliendo. Ahora, siempre se han hecho. O sea, quizás. Pero el tema es que no se comenta, pues no tiene la misma exposición. Yo creo que ahí es un gran drama. Ahora, si es que uno plancha o no plancha, como dices tú, Javi, se pensaría como raro, pero en realidad de la generación actual, ¿quién plancha?
En todo caso, ahora ya no se plancha la ropa.
Sí, pues planchar es como, es un acto que demanda demasiado tiempo y es como... ¿cachai? Ahora que Obviamente nos ponen estas fotos para hacer polémica, en el sentido de reflexionar, ¿cachai? ¿Por qué las fotos son extrañas? Why these pictures are strange? And do you think the pictures have something in common? Claro, o sea, en el sentido de que son personas que hacen cosas que lo usualmente que se comenta es que no se hace, o que no es tan común. Pero yo al menos conozco hartos hombres que planchan las camisas. ¿Sabes? Lo único que yo plancho, por lo menos. No sé en tu casa, Javi. ¿A quién plancha en tu casa, por ejemplo? ¿Tú plancháis tus cosas?
Yo sí, o sea, antes más como planchaba mis camisas y mi falda, pero ahora ya no plancho nada.
Es que planchar de verdad es muy apestoso. A ver, la Dafne, ¿tú plancháis tus cosas? Dafne, ¿planchas tus cosas?
Antes la camisa.
La camisa es como importante por el tema del cuello, es muy maldito.
Sí.
Deberían inventar ya camisas que no se arrugan nunca. Y el Basti, por ejemplo, ¿tú planchas tus cosas, Basti?
A veces sí, porque las poleras se arrugan, porque no sé, tengo que plancharlas. Pero no me molesta mucho, la verdad.
Ya, ¿viste? Al menos, bueno, ahí ya después va un post, más que ser raro por el género, debe ser lo práctico que es, más que nada. Po. En el sentido de que cuánto tiempo te toma y si te gusta. Por ejemplo, a mí me gusta lavar los platos, me encuentro bacán. Y a una persona quizá lo puede odiar. O el Basti dice, no le molesta planchar. A mí me molesta, no me gusta. Y a Javi parece que tampoco, ¿no? ¿Tú, Jeremy, planchas tu cosa, por ejemplo? ¿Jeremix? Dale, Yere. Yere. Está la Fran. Fran.
¿Qué pasó, profe?
¿Usted plancha sus cosas?
Yo sí. O sea, las poleras, la chaqueta alguna.
Ya, bien. Then why is this second picture unusual? A person, an older woman doing skydiving. Maybe because of age, maybe. And because when you think extreme sports, you don't think of old people, for example. Would you jump? Would you do skydiving, Javiera?
No, me da miedo.
Me tendrían que pagar demasiada plata igual. Daphne, would you do skydiving?
No.
No. Basti, would you do skydiving?
Sí,
Ah, Basti. Sí.
la vi una sola nomás, así que, ¿por qué no?
Ah, pero se te puede acabar ahí, po.
No importa, se va a disfrutar el momento.
Then, Paez, would you do skydiving?
Sí,
Man. Fran.
Sí, profe, también.
Hola, Fran. Hola, Fran. Fufa.
Yes.
Yeah. ¿Y la Yere? ¿Hola, Balita? ¿Skydiving?
No.
No, mira. No está dividida la cosa, ¿eh? Parece que hay más que sí. Okay. So thing is, I'm going to move now. Whoop. Okay. What you're going to do is I'm going to ask you some questions later as a bit of a homework, okay, about some characters. But this one, we have here two characters, okay, from their popular movies. I'm going to go through them and ask you some questions. So what we have here is this guy, character, Billy Elliot from the movie Billy Elliot. It says that Billy Elliot is an 11-year-old boy who lives in the north of England. Billy's mom is dead, and he lives with his father and his brother, who both are coal miners. Coal miners. What are the coal miners? Uh, Coal miner. Okay. Billy's father makes him to take up boxing, but he hates it. One day at a sports center, Billy sees a group of girls doing ballet lessons and joins the class. But he doesn't tell his father, who believes that dancing is something that girls do, and not boys. When Billy's father finds out about the ballet, he gets angry, and he doesn't let his son to take any more lessons. But Billy carries on in secret because he loves it. And Billy's ballet teacher, Georgia, encouraged him to take a test to go to the Royal Ballet School in London. And when she tells Billy's father, he said that Billy isn't allowed to dance anymore. But then, one day, he sees Billy dancing. He realizes that his son is talented and that his dream is to go to School of London, and that he isn't going to give up dancing. After that, Billy's father does everything he can to help his son. He hasn't got any money, but all the people in the town get the money together. Then he takes Billy to London for the entrance test. Finally, Billy is accepted at a school, and after years of study, he ends up as a top professional ballet dancer. Wow! Would you like to see this movie as a bit of a homework? Would you like to see this movie, people? Would you like to see the movie as a bit of a homework? Yes, no, maybe. Who knows? No, nothing.
Sí, profe.
Okay, thank you. All right, next one. Bend it like Beckham. Bend it like Beckham. So bend means to bend means to turn, right? Turn, right? Turn. Bend it. Okay, Jess Bambra. Jess Bambra, the 18 years old daughter of an Indian family in London. Jules Paxton is the same age and the daughter of an English family. Jess is crazy about football because she's a girl. But because she's a girl, she isn't allowed to play. Sometimes she plays in the park with some boys, and one day, Jules, who also plays football, sees playing. They get on really well, and Jules invites Jess to try it out in the local women football team, coached by Joe. When he sees how good Jess is, Joe puts her on the team. When Jess' parents finds out that she's playing football without their knowing, they make her stop. The team gets to an important final. Unfortunately, the final is on the same day as Jess' sister's wedding. Joe asks Mr. Bambra to let Jess play, but he refuses. Halfway through the wedding, Mr. Bambra lets Jess go. She rushes to the game. When she shows up, there is only 30 minutes left and the team are losing 1-0. Then the score is 1-1 and there is a free kick. Jess has to bend the ball around the other team's player to score, and she makes it, and the team wins. University in California offers soccer scholarships to Jess and Jules. Jess finally convinces his parents to let it go. Jess and Jules set off to America, and later they send a picture. They send a team photo of the families back home. Interesting. Have you seen this movie? Have you seen this film? People, have you seen this film?
Yo no, profe.
Me neither. No, I don't know anything about this movie. I think I'm gonna watch it because it could be a homework. It could be something. All right. Okay. Having that said, quick question, Daphne, from the text. So why doesn't Billy's dad want him to do ballet? Ballet, that's the pronunciation.
Porque creía que no era como un deporte adecuado para los hombres. Quería que boxeara.
Yeah, do boxing. That's what men do. That's what he said. When does Billy's dad change his mind, Fufa? That's it. Okay, you can go dance. Fufa? Fran? Change your mind. Cambia de parecer.
Profe, cuando lo ve bailar.
Yeah, because he realizes he's so good to change your mind. I mean, honestly, he was good. We are going to watch the movie. I think it was going to be fun. And let's continue with Basti. Basti, where does the money come from for Billy to go to London and study? Where does the money come from? Because they say that the family doesn't have money to send it to London. No? Anyone? Where does the money come from?
Del pueblo.
Yeah, the town. The town, they, I don't know, they do something, they get money. About the other movie, why don't Jess' parents let her play football? Let me ask Benjamin Paez. Why don't Jess' parents let her play football? Remember, they say they were from India. And usually Indian families are very, very traditional. So I imagine that. Mr. Paez? No, Mr. Paez. Okay, so they are traditional. So I suppose that women shouldn't play football. I don't know now, maybe in the past. I don't know what's going on with Indian families nowadays, but I assume that they still are very traditional. Number 5, let's see, Fran. When does Jen's dad change his mind? When does Jen's dad change his mind? When the dad said, okay, go to the football match. People? No? Junior?
Cuando vio que, o sea, sabía jugar y que ganaron el campeonato, ¿no?
Yeah. And it was in the middle of a sister wedding. Yeah, and you're correct because they had to win the final. And Junior, what does Jess do to score the winning goal? ¿Qué tiene que hacer? What does Jess do to score the winning goal?
Ay, no me acuerdo.
Bueno, claramente metió el gol, o sea, sí.
Sí, pues.
No, sí. De hecho, tiene relación con el nombre de la película. What's a free kick, Javi? A free kick in football? What's a free kick?
No sé.
Yeah, here, a free kick. Free kick. Okay, you're playing football, Javi, and you are close to not to the area, but you're around the area. And let's say the Fran, she makes a foul to you, and you are like, and the referee said, beep, okay, free kick. So Javiera, you put the ball on the grass, and you look at the goal.
Como un penal.
Oh, very, very close, close. Similar, it's similar. But the penalty is in front of the goal. The free kick.
Tiro libre.
Yes.
Entonces.
Yes, un tiro libre. So she had to kick and bend the ball. Like.
Con efecto.
Con efecto, eso, con guatita, con curva. Okay, yes. So she had to bend the ball. She had to bend the ball to get it there. All right, good, nice. Okay, so I think I'm gonna give you like a units homework, which is maybe to watch one of these films. I'm gonna watch this one. Me voy a ver esta, para ver si que cuál de las dos mejor, ¿ok? ¿O prefieren alguna de antemano? Como actividad de la unidad. No, yes.
Cualquiera, profe.
¿Cualquiera?
¿Ninguna de esas dos nomás?
Sí. Sí, al menos está. La primera la vi hace tiempo, pero bueno. I don't know about the other one. I have to see it. Okay, I'm gonna move now to the activity as a homework. So I want you to do the following thing. Here I picked a character from a movie that I think that breaks the mold. Okay, breaking the mold we mentioned is a character that does things differently from what the context, the history of the moment believes that is the correct thing. Right now, remember, usually characters that break the mold are memorable. So in this case, for me, Leia Organa is memorable because she's one of the main characters of Star Wars. She's portrayed as the natural and fearless leader, which was ahead of its time. Remember, the time when Star Wars came out, it was around the 75, I think. And for that time, women took roles of companions, okay? The women took roles of friends or like a figure, a decorative figure. But in this case, Leia Organa, main character, really powerful lead role. And she represents hope in Star Wars and never gives up her ideas. As a leader of the rebels, she takes up suicide missions to find out the secrets of the Empire and always ends up with valuable intel for the rebels. Intel means information. Although they do not always win, she carries on trying her best. In the way, she gets on with Han, Luke, Chewie, and the droids, setting off to new adventures. My favorite Leia's scene is when she shows up in the episode 4 and faces Vader courageously. Sorry. Okay, so what you're gonna do as a bit of a homework for next week is super simple. Here it is. You're gonna pick a fictional character and you're gonna write why you believe the character breaks the mold. Sorry, I forgot you here. Why this character breaks the mold using the phrasal verbs in different colors. So here you're going to be practicing two things. Number one, writing. You're going to write about a character that revolutionized the movie. And second, you're going to be using the phrasal verbs which are in red. Now, these phrasal verbs, and if we go back, a phrasal verb is the combination of a verb and a preposition. And their meaning changes depending on the preposition. So I'm going to give you the clues now for you to do the homework easily. And we are going to finish in 1 minute. So first of all, the phrasal verbs that we have here. Okay, if you give up, Fufa, what's that?
Rendirse.
Yeah, it's like to stop, right? Surrender. Okay, let's go. Fufa, if you're gonna take up something, what is that? Let's say that you want to have a new hobby. So your mom says, maybe Fufa, you can take up yoga. Or she says, or maybe take up rugby. So what is the take up? An activity. Take up an activity.
Escoger.
Yes. So to choose and start a new activity. Has to do with activity, usually hobbies or something. Fufa, when you find out about something.
Descubrir.
Yes. Discover the truth, okay? If you end up doing something, if you end up in a place, or if you end up discovering the truth.
Terminar.
Yes. To end up. To finish. Yeah, to finish with something new. Okay. For example, we can say that he was very disruptive and had a terrible behavior when he was a kid, but he ended up being a teacher. Okay, so if he finished with something new, like what, and which is positive. Okay, you can end up in a negative way as well. He was such a good boy, or she was such a good girl, but because of his context, he ended up being, or she ended up being a drug addict, for example. Okay, you end up in a new situation. Now, if you carry on, Fufa, if you want to give up and your mom says, carry on, Fufa.
Carry on es como seguir intentando. Para
Yeah,
decirlo.
to continue trying. Good. Let's continue with Daphne now. Daphne, if you get on with people, what's that? For example, at school, usually some people get on with others, and some others don't get on with other classmates.
Como que se entienden o se llevan bien.
Yeah. To have a nice friendship. You get on, okay? Some people get on with others. And Daphne, now let's go with Javi. Javi, to set off. Okay, so if you set off to a new adventure, let's say that Javi Jr., you are accepted in a university in Germany, and you say, okay, mom, dad, this is my time to set off a new adventure, or to set off a new trip. What would you say?
Profe, ¿me puedo retirar? Que se pasó 10 minutos.
Okay. ¿Qué vas a
Porque si no, ya, no sé, profe.
Es como decidir o tomar una decisión.
Okay, to decide and start a direction. Start going to a direction. Como partir, decidir y partir. And finally, to show up, it means to appear surprisingly, like unexpected. Okay, for example, we can say, okay, one movie. Okay, the Avengers in Infinity War. Avengers were winning and they were super positive about everything, but then Thanos showed up and things became really, really, really difficult. Okay, show up. To show up, apareció. Or you can say, for example, in a party with Javier and everything. Hey, why hasn't Daphne showed up? ¿Por qué no aparece? que no está. Okay, people, so that's the homework. You're gonna write about the character. I'm gonna leave the example in Google Classroom today using these phrasal verbs. Okay, understood? Yep,
Profe,
yep.
¿tiene que ser una película? ¿O puede ser una serie?
It could be a book, it could be a series, anything, because it's a fictional character.
Ah, ya.
Okay, it could be from a book, series, or movie. I don't mind. Okie dokie. All right, guys. I know you have another class, so have a good day. Enjoy the rest of the morning, and I'll see you very soon. Okay?
Chao, profe.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Chao, profe.
Chao, profe.
See ya.